let's understand this SBOM end-to-end process, how this SBOM usually built, where we take the information, how its process flow, right? So start with collecting software artifacts. So see, in cybersecurity world, we usually say we can't secure something that we can't see it, right? So if you don't know what is the software components are there, we cannot make it secure, right? So we have to collect the software artifacts, for example, source code, firmware, binaries, like OS. So we have to collect those software artifacts. Then we have to create a we have to generate the SBOM format. And FDA recommend the SBOM format should be Cyclone DX and SPDX machine readable format. Once we create this SBOM format, we have to validate this SBOM manually. See what people do usually, like they just using Cyclone DX, they just create a SBOM format and proceed with it. But we have to validate it, verify the component, verify the version is actually matching, verify the dependencies, so that we can have the accurate picture of the components that we are using to build the software, the medical device. then then we have to correlate with security data. This is where the security parts comes in. Like we have to correlate that, okay, let's assume there is, for encryption we are using OpenSSL. Then we put the version number, let's say it's 1.3. Then we correlate that, okay, from NVD, from CVE database, from KV, that okay, for this particular version, what are the CVE affected it, what are the vulnerability affected this particular version. Once we get those information, then only we identify affected components. For example, okay, a certain version is affected by CVE, but whether that affection or that CVE is actually impacting our device or not, our software or not. So we have to identify those things. We have to identify what is the end of life support, what is the end of support, right? So those things also we have to identify and mention. Once we have those information, we know, then we go to define mitigation. For example, uh, let's say there is a vulnerability affected to certain component that we use. Okay, so what the next step? Next step is whether we have to patch it, we have to update it, we have to upgrade it, or if that is not in the picture, then what is our control that we compensate, like what is